Have you ever wished you could turn back the clock just for a moment? What if you could do it forever? For centuries, humanity has been captivated by one of the most powerful legends ever told, the Fountain of Youth. A mystical spring whose waters could heal the sick, restore youth, and grant the ultimate prize, eternal life. This is a story whispered across continents and oceans, a quest that defined an era. Our story sets sail in the early 16th century, a time of grand exploration and untold mystery. European ships were venturing into the uncharted waters of the New World, and among the brave, or perhaps reckless, was the Spanish conquistador Juan Ponce de León. While many sought gold and glory, history remembers Ponce de León for a different kind of treasure. He was searching for a magical spring in the lush, untamed lands of what we now call Florida, a spring that promised to make old men young again. Where did this incredible idea come from? Well, tales of miraculous waters weren't entirely new. Legends of healing springs existed across Europe, Africa, and Asia for centuries. But the Americas, so vast and mysterious, became the perfect new stage for this ancient dream. Sailors and local tribes shared stories of waters that could heal wounds almost instantly, restore a person's vigor, and even reverse the relentless march of time. For explorers facing the harsh realities of the New World, such a promise was more valuable than any precious metal. Imagine Ponce de León's expedition. They hacked their way through thick, humid forests, navigated treacherous swamps, and encountered creatures they'd never seen before. Disease, hunger, and exhaustion were constant companions. Yet what kept them going? The promise of immortality. That singular, powerful idea fueled their ambition and drove them deeper into the unknown, all in a desperate human desire to cheat death itself. The legend of the Fountain of Youth spread like wildfire through the old world. Suddenly, everyone had a story. Other explorers claimed they had glimpsed its sparkling waters. Some described a crystal-clear spring surrounded by golden sands, hidden deep within a jungle. Others insisted it was tucked away in a secret cave, guarded by ancient spirits. The details changed with every telling, but the core hope remained the same, a real chance to reclaim lost youth. So, was it real? Did Ponce de León ever find his prize? Historians today have a few theories. Some believe the Fountain of Youth was never a literal spring, but a metaphor. It represented the chance for a new life, for renewal and discovery in the Americas, a land of second chances. Others suggest the legend might have been born from real natural springs with unique mineral properties that appeared to have healing effects, which were then exaggerated by hopeful and desperate travelers. Regardless of its origin, the legend took on a life of its own. It became a powerful engine for exploration, inspiring countless adventurers to risk everything for a taste of the impossible. The fountain evolved from a simple body of water into a profound symbol of humanity, a stubborn refusal to accept our own mortality. It became an icon of our eternal desire to transcend the limits of time. This powerful myth has soaked into our culture. You can find echoes of it everywhere, from ancient folklore and classic literature to modern movies and art. The idea of a hidden spring offering eternal youth continues to fascinate us, connecting Ponce de León's quest to our own modern-day search for longevity and vitality. Today, the Fountain of Youth remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Archaeologists and historians have scoured the coasts of Florida and the Caribbean, searching for any shred of evidence. tourists still flock to springs that claim to hold a piece of that ancient magic. Perhaps the world will never find a literal fountain of youth, but the legend thrives because it taps into a timeless and universal human dream, the wish to stay forever young. The quest for the fountain of youth reminds us that some journeys are about more than finding treasure. They are about hope, about ambition, and about that deep, eternal longing to conquer time itself. And maybe that's the real magic, not in the water, but in the dream. That's why centuries later we are still so enchanted by the promise of immortality. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the mysteries of history. See you next time.